What do you have as an athlete that I'll never get?
I'm not going to say the obvious one. Oh, it's really difficult because I can see very similar traits between myself and you on how we race and who we are as athletes. So, I don't know. I guess you just can't go back in time and spend the years that I did being a swimmer, much like I can't go back in time and spend the years on a bike that you did. So it's about working with what your history was, what your past was, and making that use to your advantage. I'm obviously doing that with my swim, you're obviously doing that with your biking. And going back to the Olympics question, I think as a 9-year-old, my dream was to be in the Olympics, and if I don't at least try and fulfill that dream, it will just always be a what if, an unfulfilled dream. So as long as I give absolutely everything into my sporting career now, then I can be happy when I retire. I think it's not always about winning the Olympic gold. It's, like you said, about trying your hardest to get there, and if you make it, you make it, and if you don't, well, you're satisfied that you couldn't have done any more. So yeah, that's quite a long answer to your question, but yeah, we've got different backgrounds and we're making them work to our advantage.
Yeah, I love that because you're right, and because people talk about what can I do now, and that's the thing. It's what you were doing 10 years ago, you know, that shapes you for where you are now. Not that obviously you can't give advice on how someone could improve, but the reality is you don't just all of a sudden, you know, have that, and it's and being able to draw on that is yeah, sorry to all our rivals, but a huge advantage. What do you think you need to do better to win?
So obviously 3 second places. The aim has never been to come second, it's always been to win. Maybe not the first year, but definitely the second and third time it was always to try and go and win. So I've done the race differently every time, although from the outside it may look like I've done it the same. Obviously lead out from the swim, try and ride away and stay away on the bike as long as possible, and then hang on the run. Every year I guess I have sort of done that, but last year was the year that I just rolled the dice as far as I could throw it, I guess, and just went really hard on that second half of the bike, and actually felt amazing until I started running, and then my legs just started cramping. So I guess practicing that style of racing on the bike more in training would have paid off. I probably didn't do it enough, and I definitely didn't expect to maybe push that hard or be able to push that hard on the second part of the bike. And that just comes down to me being a born racer and wanting to go harder, and it feels good so I can go harder, and maybe that's not the right thing to do. So definitely practicing how I'm going to race it more, but you've always got to be flexible on the day and things may change. But definitely just working on that run. I say it quite a lot, but I have got quite a natural run ability, and times I've been able to run in training we just haven't seen in racing. So luckily I'm still quite young, and I think I will have plenty of attempts at Kona, but it is getting pretty frustrating coming second. So hopefully when we next get to race there, whenever that may be, hopefully sooner rather than later, I'm going to get that top spot.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing about triathlon, isn't it? Because it's pretty easy to actually run the pace you need to run, yet doing it in the race and in practice. And I just think that that's the biggest thing with years of work. You know, you can't substitute that. You need to have the years of resilience in your body. You're quite young, so that's something against you. I guess in my case, I haven't done the sport full stop for very long, so you know, I don't necessarily now, I find in training, it's not like I'm actually running any quicker. I'm just running at the same speed better. And you know, being able to do it when you're tired or cramping or whatever is what, you know, I think separates the, you know, ones that get close, and then the, you know, the ones that win it.